What is going on, people, and welcome to Neutro News, where we talk about the latest news for the week. And we have a lot of news to get through today. We're going to talk about the PS Plus games coming in and out of the service. We also have a Spider-Man 2 update. Some of you may be excited and some of you may not. Elden Ring with that DLC coming literally next week. And there is quite a few updates along with that DLC. Ubisoft Forward event that happened, and we finally got gameplay to Star Wars Outlaws, to Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I'm not sure about you. After seeing them both, I'm not too excited to be playing any of these games. Not to mention Assassin's Creed Shadows. It doesn't feel like a traditional Japanese game.
Yes, listen to that beat.
What are you talking about? And what is with the damn rap music in this traditional Japanese game?
Oh, come on, man. Well, you know, he's a little bit out of place, but I suspect he likes rap music.
What the hell is next? Ghost of Tsushima 2 with Scottish music? Here's a reminder of June's PS Plus games. SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake, AEW Fight Forever, and Street of Rage. Just to let you know, we're having 30% off because we've just launched the Nutriverse. Click the link below and make sure you get access to all of these discounts. On June the 18th, we're going to get a bunch of games for PS Plus if you're signed to the Extra or Premium. You have Monster Hunter Rise for PS4 and PS5, and I've been saying for a while I need to try a Monster Hunter Rise game, and if you want to, you will finally get the chance. You have Football Manager 2024 dropping on there, along with Crusaders Kings 3, Anno 1800, Lego The Hobbit, along with Lego The Incredibles for PS4. After we got that announcement of Horizon, that Lego game, I've never played a Lego game. I feel like I'm going to start with the Horizon one because a lot of people say these games are really fun, so I think I'm going to start there. And I didn't mention it in the news stream before because it didn't really cross my mind, is that the Horizon Lego game is coming to Nintendo Switch. Some people may be surprised because obviously it's a PlayStation IP. It makes sense that Lego games, there is a hell of a lot of kids that play the Switch and play those Lego games, and predominantly I assume that they play them more on the Switch. So it's great to know that PlayStation is putting their IPs on the Switch. After Us, a game that really interested me, I have mentioned it previously on another video. Monster Energy Supercross 6 for PS4 and PS5, which looks a lot of fun. Police Simulator Patrol Officers, and then Far Cry 4 for PS4, which I've never played. Also for premium specifically, you have Kayak VR, Mirage for PSVR 2, Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, Ghost Hunter, and Daxter, which a lot of you will be buzzing for. I've never played any of the games, which is crazy. And of course, there are games leaving on the 18th, and the one and only Grand Theft Auto 5 will be leaving, and I didn't even know it was on there, and it's probably because GTA 6 will be coming in the future. That's the only thing I could think of why it is leaving the service, because a lot of these games that when they get sequels, they take them off, like Horizon was taken off, God of War 2018, was it? Spider-Man? I believe the Spider-Man PS5 edition, or was it the PS4? One of them was taken off, so it's kind of normal, I guess. We have Spider-Man 2 news.
Yes!
Not for a DLC, but for new suits.
No!
On June the 18th, they will add 8 new suits, and they have been in conjunction with Kids Super and a handful of celebrities. And I have to say, some of these suits look pretty cool, although it's not enough for me to get back into the game at the moment. For me, the story is just not as good as the first one. And even Miles Morales, I played like 2-3 times. I just haven't felt the need to go back to it, but I'm waiting for that DLC. You've got the Metro suit for Miles, the Ginga suit also for Miles, and the Floor suit for Peter, the Motor Chick suit for Peter, which looks a little bit weird, but they are also bringing back suits from the previous games. The Last Stand suit for Peter, alongside Into the Spider-Verse suit for both Peter and Miles, which I think these look quite incredible, and the Uptime Pride suit for Miles, which I love. What else is cool is that there are going to be some improvements to the game. You will now be able to swap out parts of your suit and the traversal abilities from the symbiotic arms to the spider arms and vice versa. There's not much else, but I'm still waiting for that damn DLC. Development is just so long nowadays. It's a big problem in gaming, just the amount of time it takes to bring out these games. Something has to give. And we're going to talk about Elden Ring because yes, we've been playing it on stream, and you might as well join us. We live stream quite a lot. Well, I'm getting there. The other day, what boss we were playing, I was trying to beat that duo boss. I can't remember. And oh my gosh, I just kept dying and dying and dying. But we finally got there in the end. Oh my gosh, did it take a long time. But if you didn't know already, alongside that DLC Shadow of the Erdtree, which everyone is so excited about, there's going to be some massive improvements to the game. So Elden Ring update is going to add new features and adjust balance ahead of the DLC's release. The patch will drop on the 20th of June, just before the Shadow of the Erdtree launches the day after. So there's going to be new inventory features, so newly obtained items will be marked with the exclamation mark, and there'll be a new tab called recent items that will be added to review recently obtained items. There will also be new summoning pool features, so active summoning pools will now be carried over to New Game Plus. Individual summoning pools can now be enabled and disabled in the newly added map functions. Only active summoning pools will be selected when using the small golden effigy. And there's also 5 new hairstyles that will be added to the game. But are you excited for Elden Ring? Will I beat that damn game before Shadow of the Erdtree? I think I've got like 4 bosses left, so you might want to join the streams. Let's get on to the main part of the news with that Ubisoft Forward event, and we were expecting to see some Star Wars Outlaws gameplay and also Assassin's Creed Shadows, which we got, which we're going to get to. But we're going to first talk about the X-Defiant, which I've played a little bit of that game, and it is a bit of fun. They've shown us what they're going to bring with Season 1. So there is an update coming 2nd of July with Season 1, and a new faction is coming along with 3 new maps. So obviously you can expect new content with this live service. I will probably play from time to time. For me, just the most live service game I've played is Helldivers 2, which again I always kind of go back to here and there. You love X-Defiant, Season 1 is coming really soon. We finally got to see some Star Wars Outlaws gameplay, which personally there's some good things about it, but also things I'm just like, From these gameplay reveals, I'm actually more intrigued with Star Wars Outlaws than I am with Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I'll tell you why. Star Wars Outlaws looks very beautiful as always, and with Ubisoft, you know that they nail the world building, the atmosphere, the sound effects, the music. You can tell it feels like a Star Wars games, and there are some cool features with this game. There is a reputation system where you can choose specific sides or people to work with that you can go against or work for, and this will affect your overall reputation. It seems like there are slight consequences to your actions. There is also like ship combat, which seemed quite cool, and I like the way you traverse through the atmosphere onto the planet. And even though it's a loading screen, I like the way it is quite hidden, where you aim for that planet, you go through it, and then all of a sudden you're on there, an animation happens and you land. I think more games need to do stuff like that, especially Starfield. That was just a joke, but it was a pretty cool feature. Now the combat looks quite decent. I just hope that there is a lot of freedom to approach some of these missions. My main concern is that you go straight into these missions and there's really only one way to do it. If you go in with stealth, great, and if you get heard, you just go in guns blazing and then you just do it. Some YouTubers did say that they played the demo and they got to play a bit at that event, and one of my favorite YouTubers, Luke Stevens, he did mention that he asked the developers whether is there a difficulty level, is this made a bit easier for the demo.
But I did ask the dev representative we had with us if the combat was like dialed down in difficulty for the sake of the demo, and they weren't really able to say anything like that, but I certainly got the impression that maybe we were moving so easily through encounters because they turned the dials back just a tad to make sure we could get through everything.
And I just hope there is just more challenge to this game, especially with the combat. And also, even though it looks like a beautiful game, how much is there to do in this open world? Will it get really, really repetitive, even though in that event they did mention that there are so many secrets to uncover, stuff like that? But for me, it's Ubisoft, and plus, will it just get repetitive? Oh, get this bounty here, explore here for loot, upgrade. Something like Avatar, for example, I went in with an open mind. I just realized how boring it got. It's like, yes, it's a beautiful game. The main campaign is about 8 hours. I think I completed about 8 to 10 hours, I think. That was great, but then the rest of the game, which they try and really sell you for, like the open world and exploring, it was just so boring. If it doesn't impress you in the demo, then it's probably not going to be good. I know Push Square did an article where they said that they played a demo and it felt a bit kind of rough in some areas. Can't remember exactly what they said, but they weren't too keen from this demo. And for me, you get something like Stellar Blade as a demo and you know what it's about. You're like, okay, yeah, I'm sold. That is the idea of a demo. I think going in thinking it might not reflect the final game, it will. I think that's what demos are there to do. Will the world keep you engaged? But what do you think about Star Wars Outlaws? Now, moving over to Assassin's Creed. I wasn't too impressed with this, but we're going to run through the positives about this. Now, once again, you look at the game and it looks beautiful. There is a lot of detail to this world. The lighting, especially at night with Nao, because she's actually an assassin, it feels more stealthy. It feels like you have more options. And also the combat looks like it's taken right out of Ghost of Tsushima, which I think is only a good thing. But by far the most impressive was Nao's gameplay. I love the way that she could take out lights to stay in the shadows, the way she knocked guards out, and she just felt like an assassin. Yasuke just felt like a big brute, and it's just something I didn't want from an Assassin's Creed game where it just feels like I'm a Viking and you just go in guns blazing. Like, Nao's weapons look very cool, and the way you could get to climb these buildings quite quickly. It just doesn't feel like a traditional Japanese game, especially with that damn trap music.
Yes, listen to that beat.
Does this sound...
Oh, come on, man. Well, you know, he's a little bit out of place, but I suspect he likes rap music.
Now, I have no idea what they were thinking. Yeah, let's put some hip-hop trap music over this Japanese game because, you know, it's Yasuke. Yeah, that made no sense. All of a sudden, I feel like he's going to come out with an Iron Man suit. It just makes me want to play Ghost of Tsushima again. And even though the combat looks like they've developed it, it looks great. And all power to you if you want to play this game. I feel like I've come to the point with Ubisoft games where I'm just flipping done. Like, all the other games felt like you were actually there. You were actually kind of going back in time. And I know it doesn't make sense because, you know, the animus and all that. When I was playing as Alexios, I felt like I'm playing as a Greek guy. It feels great, even though some of the missions were out there. But it just felt like it matched the setting. Eivor with England. Assassin's Creed Origins with Bayek, Ezio, Basim in Baghdad. What is going on with the voice acting with Nao?
Too slow. What did you find? We can sneak in.
Honestly, she sounds like AI. It's like ridiculous. Yasuke actually sounds okay. I feel like he's got a good voice actor, but she just sounds like she's a robot. That's just my thoughts on it. What do you think about the latest news and also Assassin's Creed and Star Wars Outlaws? What ones are you more leaning to? Are you buying both? Are you not? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know. Let's take a look at the comment of the day from my previous video. 35 PlayStation games out in summer of 2024. Shout out to Mateus. I'm excited for Black Myth Wukong. I really want the collector's edition, but it seems we can't buy it anywhere yet. Not even for a physical copy. Yeah, I didn't actually realize that there is no physical release for Black Myth Wukong. Like, it's crazy you won't actually get a disc with the game, and it does frustrate me a lot because it's like, really, why? I thought it was just the collector's edition, but it's not. Hopefully they sort that out in the future, just like Alan Wake 2 finally is going to bring out a physical release, probably because it's not selling as well, but I still want to play it though. And also I want to let you know what I think of it, but it's definitely still one of my most anticipated games of 2024. Anyways, time to play some PSVR 2.